I trust that you have had a wonderful look and chewing of materials in the introduction, and I believe that at this stage now you are ready, more than ready to get going into the actual teaching of Unit 2. Unit 2, if you're looking at the screen, has the following objectives, which I went with you through. Basically, it's how to link your work to the country of origin for development, understanding the role of embassies and how to work with them in economic development and charitable contribution to countries they represent, how embassies can work with the local community to harness their productivity potential and link them to developmental initiatives, and also how to be a good citizen in the diaspora base, awareness of community needs and government targets for community development. These are the actual objectives we are going to be covering. We will do this holistically. It is holistic assessment, holistic teaching. So in these sessions, as they go sequentially, we'll be actually meeting all these objectives, and bear in mind the performance criteria that we've put across for you in the table A. Now, let's do this together. The first thing I would like us to look at is basically what is a problem in hand and whom are we focusing on? It is you, the person on the course. You might be doing this for your own sake or acquiring information so that you can develop other people, whatever the scenario is. Now, first and foremost, I want us to look at the following scenario. Let me just get out of the way for you so you may see what I'm doing. And if you are on the live stream, I want you to look at your booklet and let's follow through. Now, the thing I want us to look at here is, number one, first and foremost, let's look at the role of embassies. I want us to start from there before we do anything else. Then you will understand. And for us to do that, we want to do the following. I want us first of all to imagine, let's do this together. I want us first of all you to imagine this scenario. You are actually looking at setting yourself up. You are in this country, A, remember the diagram, and you want to set yourself up in development and link yourself to another country. This applies to any person with this interest, another country, because the outcomes are the same. How would you do that? For those that have come from certain nations, this could be now, for example, I'll use D for diaspora or outside a country of origin. Let's go for that. For instance, you are in this country. Let's call it diaspora. Okay, I beg your pardon, just pick up my mouse for those seeing me on the screen. Diaspora. And this country here, over here, is the country of origin. Origin, where you came from, or abroad, where you want to link your work. This is very important for us to understand. So the basic principle we are trying to develop is this. You want to actually link yourself to that other country. I'd like you to see me. Let me bring myself up on the screen. You actually want to link yourself from there to there. You are living either in the United Kingdom over here, or USA, or Australia, or any other part of the world other than your home country. And this is your country of origin. You want to link yourself back there based on the development that you want to contribute. It could be a business idea that you have, and you want to link your services and products back to that country. So we want to look at how do you go about doing this. Mind you, you live over here in this country D called diaspora, or any other country abroad away from your country of origin, or it could be you live in the UK, you are a UK resident or any other part of the world, but you want now to do business in this country. You want to link development issues into this country, either profit making or charitable causes or whatever the case might be. That is called development. Whatever is called development, it could be knowledge transfer. How do you go about it? Before we proceed, I would like us first of all to bring into context some of the things that are essential. I believe they're essential here now, because you are in this country and you don't live in that country, you want to do certain things. What do you think you should do? Let's do this together. One of the things that you ought to learn about, I'll bring it very quickly on the screen. I'll disappear for a while. I want us to look at these, the role. This brings us to looking at the role of embassies, because that is your starting point. After you've innovated, you've put things in place, before you actually move and begin to do things in another country, whether you come from that country as a citizen or not, this is your starting point. Understand the role of embassies. Here, I want us now to very quickly establish something very important. We're going to do this together. Let's work through this together. We're going to do this what? Together. Why? Because if we do it together, we'll develop very well and understand each other where we're going. Here, this diagram you see here, the diagram you see here now, this is either embassy, okay, we keep it E, or H, okay. I'll bring some important points here why I call it embassy or high commission. There is a difference between an embassy or a high commission. High commissions are those that have dealt with within the Commonwealth. Outside the Commonwealth, it's embassies. We're going to look at the actual definitions on those areas. Okay. Now, having put this in place, we are I beg your pardon. You are in this country and you want to link your development ideas to the country of origin, or any person you are in the UK, Western world, anywhere you want to go and link yourself to another country. What things do you have to do? The obvious thing you do is just pick up a phone and call your relative. Pick up a phone call and call your friend. And there's nothing wrong with that. Pick up a phone call and call the person you met at a networking conference. There's nothing wrong with that. But now, if you really want to make this thing work very well, this is where I now emphasize a point of knowledge, capacity to build yourself. Now, let's look at what these E and O H stands for. Here, I want to put into context the role of embassies. The role of embassies. Very quickly, I just want to look at what embassies are there for. And I want us, as we're doing that, we understand certain things that can help us move very quickly, and also will help us to be able to develop our scheme of ideas and make them abide by the regulations of that country we want to go and do some work. The only place you can obtain this is through the high commissions or embassies. But what are these embassies? What are high commissions? I did a little bit of Google. You can do that one as well. You can see on the screen. Go to Google and put row of embassies. Now, what did I come up with? There's quite a number of results. Let's explore some results. I'll come out of the way for you, for us to do this very well. Row of embassies. Roles and responsibility of embassies, high commission consulates. I looked through that resource, but I think let me use the resource which explained a little bit more what I thought would be relevant to our topic. It's I think that one. Yeah, okay, this one. Embassy and consulate, an overview of embassy and consulate. I think that one, and I'll look at what is a U.S. embassy. I think these ones are some beautiful answers for us to learn from. Let's have a look at that one. Okay, we want to define the role of embassies or high commissions. so that you understand where you are placed. Okay, right. Okay, very good. I think I got it. Due to the high level of interaction between countries in our interconnected world of today's global village, diplomat offices are needed in each country to aid in and allow such interactions to occur. The idea that you're developing and you want to launch it in another country is going to form part of interactions. So who can help you in facilitating this? It is high commissions and embassies. That is your first port of call. Now the result of these diplomatic relationships are the embassies and the consulates found in cities worldwide. So if you want to go and do something in another country and to live away from that country, we are pointed to the fact that you must go to an embassy or high commission because they got information and they got regulations on how they do things. Right on task. Go and research on the roles of embassies and high commissions. And I want you to also hand in this answer through the online session, the Moodle. Distinguish between an embassy and high commission, and also distinguish between a consulate and an embassy. Submit these materials as soon as possible for your tracking of progress. So this is now a class task or homework that you can bring back to the next session. Now let us proceed. When you want to actually link yourself to that country, you must do certain things. And I'm going to use a model which I was using myself when I began working within the community and bring ideas that I thought could help impact our communities. I think it ranges from as far back as 1992. 92 all to 95, 95, things were going up and up until the present date. So it's a long time of experience. My ideas, which I began putting on the table with my fellow students, I was a chairman of African Warfare Association in Sheffield at that time. I instinctively, and by God's grace, I began understanding the fact that high commissions are essential for our development and linking what we do here as students, that time I was a student, and bring this information and exposure to our country of origin. And for us to do that, we've got to involve high commissions. And that time we invited high commissions and embassies of Africa that were represented in the university. And I'm just going to use Zambia because our high commissioner, Zambian high commissioner, was present too. He attended this meeting at that time. Now look how then were we supported in that area where they brought information and talked about what high commissions do, what embassies are for. Now you as a person wanting to link your work to a country that you've chosen, you must now connect with them through, for example, the first point of call is their website. Google that country, find their website. Once you find their website, read about what they do. There is no point in you actually, first of all, bombarding them with questions before you read what they are about on their website. Most nations nowadays have got websites. Most embassies, high commissions have got websites. That's where you actually first of all go. Let's see what the website of the Zambian High Commission sort of information they have on the site, because the information you see on the site, it gives you an idea of what they do and what they cannot do. Therefore, it gives you a direction of what you will be interfacing with them. Sometimes your ideas might actually trigger new ways of opening services at these high commissions or embassies. So it's a two-way thing. Your thinking will enhance development. Let's have a look very quickly at the site, which is already on the screen there. If you go there on their homepage, which I don't want to leave because sometimes when you're doing live sessions, websites disappoint you. Go on the homepage and learn what they're all about. I think in Unit 1 we did use their model. Now if I go on economics, already the headlines there, the hyperlinks tells me that actually these are some of the things which are on offer or what you can find in the embassy.